I just found out from my dear sister that the U.S. military bombed parts of Nigeria. And I find that to be part of what I expected in the U.S. playbook of deception. I don't know if you can hear me. I know probably nobody is on yet. But if you can hear me, there's a lot of noise. I'm in the street right now. I just got this news and I said, well, let me talk about it for a few minutes. And when I get back home, we'll go in depth. They say in the articles that I heard or read that this was retaliation for terrorist activity on Christians, for them unaliving Christians, everything up to that point. Hold tight. Let me let these motorcycles go by. So since when did Donald Trump or any of the U.S. political characters, Republican and Democrat, care about what's going on in Nigeria or in Africa? Because you see, to me, the West knows that it's sinking. The West knows that its days are over. And the West realizes that globally, the world is hip to their game. I'm going to start walking down. We're going to get a lot of noise at certain points, but I feel like moving while I talk. This might be 2 minutes. This might be 2 hours. I don't know. But at least you'll get some visuals while I walk. The Cargo Hustler, respect the truth. Thank you for letting me know about the sound. Yes, yes. They're trying to instigate because they want those resources. From what I'm hearing, and I'm not going to say that I'm totally schooled on all of the facts, because even though I've been here for 5 years and 3 months and so many days, still I'm learning. And I have to say, for those who don't know, Africa is a continent with many countries on it, but we really should have one united Africa. And that's what they're afraid of. That's what they're afraid of. And they're afraid of our independence and having no dependence on the West. And whenever we have leaders like Ibrahim Traore, who is influencing other leaders here in Africa, different countries in Africa, who are not puppets, and we're getting hip to what's going on, then they have to make a move as though they care. They don't give a damn. That's like the guy telling, was she calling me for what? Oh, I thought you were calling me. All right, I'm sorry. How you doing, man? All right, right. Good to see you, man. All right. Yes, I'm well-traveled in these parts because I'm home. And like I said, they don't care. My man, how you doing? On the way back, I'll come see you. All right, cool, cool. Yeah, too many of us are getting hip to the fact as Black people in America that we have options. You understand? And they don't like that. Because when we speak about, and I know I jumped, when we speak about reparations, and we speak about being treated fairly in America, many of us are not waiting for it. We will take it if it's given to us, but we're not waiting for it. And if it never comes, I say our unity is our reparation, because we all are chock full of talent and ability, where if we unify, then it'll be a greater windfall than anything these bastards can do for us. See? Excuse the noise in the background. I am in the street. So we are supposed to be made the enemy, which they say terrorists, but who's a bigger terrorist than the United States and the UK and all of the nations that are run by people that don't look like us? They still feel as though they own us. So they're going to come over and act as though they care and strategically bomb Nigeria, because I'm quite sure they have their own set of spies and intel and agents over there, because all they want is the oil. All they want is the resources that are over there. And not just over there, but all of the other countries in Africa that are working independently, even though they have unfair relationships with those in those countries. Give me a second, let me squeeze past. So, what I'm trying to say is that it's not about that. This is something that somebody would say, well, what is it about? It has to be about that. This is a long game plan, and look for them, because Nigeria is so strong. In America, the United States, and I'm not talking about my people who are there, although some of them work for the United States in the domination of the globe. They do. We have some who do. Like Chuck D said, every brother ain't a brother. You understand? Ghana's on that list also. And they want Ibrahim Traoré, and they don't want the Sahel to expand. So they're going to start over there acting righteous. We care about the Christians there. Christians? When we were enslaved in chains, what God did you worship calling yourself Christian? And what God did we worship calling ourselves Christian? Is it the same God that condoned the stuff that you did to us? So why don't you go after those who want our blood in America? But they don't care about that. So we shouldn't give a damn about them. When the Creator brings down the wrath on them, I'm like Khalid Muhammad. We should applaud. We should be, and that's not hate talk. You hate me by showing me that you wanna wipe me off the face of the earth. Let me walk around. This is Friday. It is kind of tight around here, and everybody's getting some visuals, so that's a good thing. So I don't care about them. I care about my people in America. But those demons who try to take over the world and who try to suck us down, and just like a conversation I had earlier with my dear sister, America is a cage, and they want to make the whole world a cage. You work so hard. Used to be where you can have a shot at buying a home many decades ago. Now that's not even on most people's bucket list. So now you gotta bust your backside just to be in an apartment. And when you're in that apartment, to make ends meet, you better have a roommate or two or some type of situation. I was speaking to a friend of mine who I go back, way back in bodybuilding to the 70s. And he was telling me that there's a going rate with women across the board. Not all women, but a lot of our sisters are selling themselves, not because they want to, not because they have a drug habit, but they can't afford their rent. Jobs now, they're not as stable as they used to be. AI is coming, and folks are looking to downsize their staff. The walls are closing in, and many of us are getting smart and looking elsewhere. Make so many more videos talking about they want to leave America. Even there's some white folks who come here to Ghana that I've seen with my own eyes. They're not visiting. They're coming here to live. Because even though for those who are born and raised here and don't have the economic opportunities, you take your retirement, you take your social security, or a stream of income from America, you can do really good. Or at least live in some kind of peace. So they see that now. And they see how many billionaires are in Nigeria and across Africa, and how many of us are leaving America. We're leaving America and building empires over here. There are cultural differences, but these are our people. And then you have the FBA, Foundational Black Americans, online, who are trying to keep separation between Black people. Hey, my man, what's up? Let me say hi to the brother here. Good to see you, man. Yes, yes. I'm coming back. I'll see you, man. All right? All right. It's all love out here, y'all. Maybe that irks many people who say that there's no love here for us. I mean, I'm what they call an Abroni, someone from the West. And I know I'm a Black man, but I'm of a lighter hue, which if there was hate, they would really look at me as separate. How you doing, sweetheart? But I get nothing but love out here. But somebody doesn't want you to know that. I come out here, I got my t-shirt on, my shorts, my dirty Crocs. See my dirty Crocs, y'all? I move amongst the people. These are my people. And the people in America who look like me, you're my people too. Got a few haters out there, but it is what it is. But Trump wants to jump the gun and start this stuff where it's normalcy in the name of caring. That's like a man who has his eye on a woman sexually, and all of a sudden he cares for her because she's behind on her rent and he wants to pay her rent. You don't want to pay her rent, you want to get between her legs. That's what it is. You don't care about Black Christians in Nigeria. You want to get between the legs of the land and get that oil. That's what you want. I know the background noise is a little loud, but I'm going to keep on talking. We'll try to correct that later on, but I will come on live later on. And I know that Brother Art Mobley, Dr. B. Easter White, and Malik Aziz are going to talk about this. I know they're going to talk about this on the Muslim street Sunday night. But this is why we need to be aware, and I'm in the middle of the street, y'all. Let me get over to the side. This is why we have to be aware of what's going on globally. Because look at that. The unwritten rule in America is that as Black Americans, American Africans, we are not supposed to concern ourselves with global affairs. Negroes, you're my slave. This is America talking. You're my slave, and you don't need to concern yourself about anything worldwide. That's why when I was on the plane coming here 5 years and 3 months ago, there was a guy who was on the plane, one of those, oh, you're visiting? No, I'm going home. And the look on his face, and I didn't break eye contact with him because I enjoyed that look on his face of shock that I'm a live one. And it doesn't mean everybody has to come here because, like I said before, situations are different. But just know that you have family and you know you have options. You get your cash right, get your money right, plan. It doesn't have to be here. It could be somewhere else. But America, you don't want to fall when America falls because now there's such a bully that there's a steep price to pay. And yes, I'm still American. I got an American passport and a Ghanaian passport. And they don't like that. They're trying to stop that, saying that you have to renounce your American citizenship. Oh, really? If you have a passport and citizenship somewhere else. Well, they think they got me by the balls, but they got another thought coming. Because although I'm down right now in a market area where many of the common people come to, there are luxurious places here. There are lucrative places here. There's a lot of that. But you see only certain areas because I'm limited because I'm not driving right now. That's all. But when you see outside of the city how beautiful this country is, how peaceful it is, and how cordial some of the people can be, I'm coming across the street because I want to show you these watermelons. And they all got seeds in them. Fruit all over the place. GMO free. See that? And the flavor, Lord have mercy. But anyway, we all know what it is. They watch the activity in the different countries in Africa, knowing that we have resources, knowing that they need us over here to sustain themselves. We have the BRICS nation who are not going along and turn their back on the dollar as a standard. Elijah Muhammad said it many years ago, regardless as to how you feel about him, the fall of America. And again, I don't hate America, the land. I don't hate America, my people. But the system that has us dying so young, stress, running the wheel, not getting paid what we should. So many different instances on different levels of discrimination, but they want to act like it's not there. Censorship, you can't even open your mouth and say what's on your mind. That's like me getting stabbed in the back and I want to say, ouch. And you're going to demonize me for being stabbed in the back and expressing it. How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, the cargo hustler, oil. Oil. And we're not supposed to have it here. See? Not a black nation. That stings them even more. Not a black nation. Oh, no, you can't be in a power position. It's the same way in America when the police or most Karens and the Karen's family see you driving a luxury car. Where did you get that from? There's no way you could have gotten that legitimate. You must be selling drugs. You see the videos over and over and over and over again. Stress is still out in the world, but there's less of it for me out here. And the thing is, so many people here are brainwashed to want to go to that cage called America. I mean, I'm here and we do our shows, we do our videos, but I haven't turned my back on caring for my brothers and sisters in America. You see what I mean? I'm not here talking about nah. I ain't got to deal with racism no more. There are things culturally that you have to deal with, but it's much more easier to overcome. But you ask the majority of the brothers and sisters here, they want to go to America so bad. And they'll get sucked into this too. And many who I know who have been in America for years, Ghanaians, Nigerians, folks from Kenya, they want to get out. And the sad part about it is many of them can't get out. You see? So I got another block before I get to my destination. As soon as I heard that, I had to talk about it. I'll go more in depth later on. Right now it's 12:04 on the East Coast of America. It's 7:04, so I'm glad you all are here and I'm vibing with you. And I'll do a lot more of these impromptu, just whip out the phone and just start, because certain things are time sensitive. And I like my production to be nice, but I'm not always in the studio. And I will be doing videotapes with a nicer camera, clarity, landscape mode. Right now, I just had to get that off my chest. But yes, powerful Impact TV. It's a powerful name. That's a catchy name. I like that. I'm out here in the street, so if there's anybody that I missed, please excuse me, because it's real bright out here. And the sun with no chemtrails feels so good. Feels so good. But they're doing things over here to mess around with us. Over here, when you look at the fertilizers, they all have atrazine in it. And that's that fertilizer that turns male frogs to female frogs that bear eggs. Certain things we're just going to keep on saying repetitiously. But I see it. I've seen it from years ago, and people thought I was crazy. Oh, man, the government care about us. Yeah, and organized religion does too. I'm going to always be a thorn in their side. But they don't want people to see an alternative. That's the problem. So they'll limit your videos or cause or amplify issues, right? And it's so intricate, but so simple. The propaganda put out to make America seem so great and everywhere else as a SHIT whole country. Amazing. And they're going to work harder and harder, and they're going to start bombing more and not want to hear anything. But I ain't going nowhere. Anyway, I'm going to cross this street. I'm definitely going to come back as soon as I get home. I'm not staying out all day. I'm going to pick up a few things that I can't get. But today I don't want to really be out. I'm in a meditative mood and I want to be home. A lot of stuff inside me, I got to get out. Isn't this something though? Actually bomb it. What's next? Make up something else and then do their press conferences and make it seem as though they're justified and they're the heroes? No. We got to tell it like it is. This is why, like I said, subscribe by going to LANCESCURVX.com. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to have more and more radical, what they would call radical stuff. But in an unfair world, you're going to have to be radical, what they call radical. So anyway, let me go get some fiat and you'll hear from me later on. Much love to you all. LANCESCURV out. Oh, thank you, powerful Impact. Yeah, 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 you're right. I didn't see all of these comments, but I'm gonna go look at them and I'll be back with you later on. But I don't do this usually with the phone because I like to make a nice production, but sometimes, you know, with the buffering and stuff. But sometimes you just have to do what you have to do at the time that you do it. I don't approve of this Donald Trump bombing. Ooh, the lady almost got hit by the motorcycle. They both weren't looking. Anyway, let's decode their technology and put it out there. Even if this video gets 2 hits, I don't care about what they say the number is because they manipulate that anyway. And I'm not trying to be famous. I'm just walking along my path, doing my part, as we all do. And I thank you all for being here, and I love you all. Thank you so much. Peace.